Go ahead and set it for 1 hour. Getting on that about motivation, meditation, inspiration. If it's not one of the three, I don't want it, of course. So that's the question we got to ask ourselves every day. Are we putting ourselves in a place where we're focused? Are we giving ourselves the ability to utilize what we have? Are we putting ourselves in a place where our focus and our knowledge are being utilized? Our ability to put ourselves in a place of discipline, where the reflection starts to radiate outwards from within ourselves. So let's go ahead and set 1 hour. Go ahead and get some energy readings going. Like I was saying, you can definitely donate in the link below. Let's get some positivity out there, start getting some focus in place, to center ourselves, give ourselves the ability to get down with the challenges that we face off against on a daily basis. Like I was saying, you can subscribe to my networks, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Periscope. So blessings all. So let's go ahead and start talking about focus. Let's go ahead and start getting down with focus. Let's go ahead and start getting into a place of focus. So how can we start to do that? How can we start to exercise our ability to focus? How can we start to get to the place where what we have inside starts to become a reflection on the outside? How can we start utilizing this on a daily basis, on a weekly, monthly, yearly? And so, are you giving yourself the ability? Are you asking yourself that kind of question? Are you putting yourself in that kind of a place where you're able to overcome your challenges, where you're able to get down with the things that are going on inside, getting down with the things that are going on around you, the reflection, the actual reflection itself? You know, is it becoming what you want to become? Are you using the things and the challenges that you go through on a daily basis to utilize the universe in the way that you're looking for things to happen? So as we start to progress in ourselves, as we start to give ourselves that place, as we start to liberate our thought process from a level of focus, from a place where we continue to write stuff down, we continue to put it in front of ourselves so we can see it. We continue to use the tools in the universe that are available. And so those are the types of things that you have to ask yourself. You have to ask yourself if you truly have what it takes. And this is a question that I ask myself every day. So I sit in front of a computer and talk about focus for 30 minutes. 30 minutes every day make sure that I give myself that kind of time to pay yourself first every day, no matter the time. Make sure you make time for yourself, because if you don't make time for yourself, who will? Who will actually get down with you? Who will sit down? Who will say, hey, you got to do this? You got to put yourself in a place where you're utilizing the gifts that you have. You got to put yourself in a place where you're utilizing the challenges that you face off against on a daily basis. Challenges that you face off against that other people aren't willing to face off against. And so how do we start to get that kind of mentality? How do we start to get an able mentality to where we use what we have? So a lot of people start putting their finger in their face and saying, hey, you can't do this. You can't achieve this. You can't become this. It's ultimately within yourself that you have to answer back with the yes, I can. I can achieve this. I can do this. I can utilize what I have. I can use the energy inside of myself to overcome the challenges that I face off against on a daily basis. The things that other people aren't able to do for you. So ultimately, it's up to you to see that the ability to put things down in front of you, to use the goals, the things that are in this universe for you. When you write stuff down and you recognize the process of focus is working within you, when you write stuff down and you walk into a position and you are prepared, when you are ahead of the game, when you are in a place where you are understanding how the energy flows in your system, how you utilize the strengths that you have inside, utilize the abilities that you have inside, utilize the challenges that you face off against so that you can overcome them, so that you can use them on a daily basis, so that you can use them as a reflection outwards of your level of focus, your level of being, your level of availability to be yourself. And so when people look and say, how can you be so deep? How can you be such that way? It's because that's what it is. You know, that's what it's about. It's about you versus you. Nobody else is going to get in that fight with you against yourself. Nobody else is going to get down and grind that down on that paper. Nobody else is going to be sitting in that room when you're shaking by yourself, when you are just on your knees. Nobody else is going to do that for you to get yourself back up. You know, when the universe kicks your butt, who is it going to be that's going to lift you up? Who's going to give you the ability to get back up? Who's going to give you the ability to have that kind of positivity inside of yourself other than you? And so it doesn't matter if you're in school. It doesn't matter if your profession. It doesn't matter your place. What level of focus you utilize, that's up to you. That's up to you to choose to overcome your challenges, to see your handicaps as abilities, as an availability to utilize it to overcome it. It's up to you to see that the things that are happening around you are manifesting themselves. It's up to you to utilize a level of focus to achieve that kind of light. And so that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking to that person who's sitting in their room shaking, and their companion just left them. I'm talking to that person who doesn't believe it's worth it to get back up, and I'm telling them the littlest things that you can use in your day are the most important. The simplicity to recognize that you are special, that you have something inside of yourself, that this universe needs the tools that you have, needs the things that you go through on a daily basis. And so when you put yourself in that kind of a place where you have the ability to utilize that kind of focus, when the universe has the ability to see the stuff that's written down and go, oh, I don't know if you can do this, and you say back, oh, yes, I can. Yes, I can do this. I can achieve this. I can overcome this challenge. I can jump this hurdle. I can put myself in a place where I achieve what I want to achieve. That means you're going to have to work for it. That means you're going to have to work with it. You're going to have to work with your ability to use what you have. You're going to have to work with the abilities that you have inside of yourself. You're going to have to work with the ability to believe in you. And so when you start to listen to positivity, when you choose a positive route, when you put yourself in a positive place where you recognize, if I don't see anybody who's doing it, I will do it myself. And so when you have that kind of able mentality, the foundation of focus is utilized. The foundation within yourself is there. The foundation is reflection. It's a mastery of you with you. It's a mastery of your ability. It's a mastery of your able challenges. It's a mastery of you believing in yourself. It's a mastery of you overcoming your challenges to recognize that what you have, okay, this manifestation, this tool that is you, can work for you, can work with you, and can become your best friend. That's right. I said when the universe utilizes you as the right tool, you become the right tool in the universe. So, are you seeing that? Are you asking yourself when you go to your position, am I the right kind of tool for this position? Am I the right kind of tool for this profession? Am I putting myself in a place where I'm always progressing, where I always am giving myself the ability to expand, ability to use the gifts that I have that are given to me by the Most High, by the universe itself as well? So how do we start to get there? How can we start to recognize this? How can we start to answer these types of questions back with that form of mastery? So are you recognizing this is what it takes? It truly takes you versus you. The challenges that you face off against to recognize that you are a tool to cut through this universe with your level of focus as a mastery, as your level of focus as an ability. With your level of focus, you can achieve things that others wouldn't achieve. You can go places others wouldn't go. You can do things others wouldn't do. It's going to require you to believe in yourself. It's going to require you to know that you can focus past it, that the universe can bend around you, that it can bend with the thought process of your level of focus. Utilize this universe in that way, my friends. Utilize it in the ability to use the gifts that you have. And so, other tools that have been utilized, like the ability to listen to positivity, shut off the radio, shut off the news, build a world for yourself, build a place that you want to become. When you do that, other people see it. When other people see it, they see that you are achieving it. Recognize that's what it's worth. It is a manifestation on the outside to the one who believes what comes from within. It is a manifestation on the outside to the one who focuses. It is a manifestation on the outside to the one who achieves their dreams. Manifestation comes from a level of focus. It comes from the vibration of a level where you recognize that you are connected with the universe. That you are connected with the universe to the point where the Most High has the ability to utilize you. The Most High has the ability to utilize the challenges that you face off against. The Most High has the ability to use the things that you have, the gifts that you have inside, the challenges that you have, the ability to use those types of things on a daily basis. Are you seeing those blessings coming out of you? Are you giving yourself the ability to hear what I'm saying? Ask yourself, where can you improve? What kind of challenges can you overcome? Can you utilize an energy reading? Can you utilize a focus mentality? Can you start to understand how the energy flows inside of yourself? There is a place on all of the links for you to be able to connect to get an energy reading, to start to understand the energy and how it flows within yourself so you can use a foundation of focus to overcome the challenges that you face off against, so that you can utilize a foundation of focus from within yourself, so that you can understand yourself, so that you can get down with the challenges that you face off against, so that ultimately you can overcome them. So let's go ahead and get started with this first reading here. Blessings, 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 and namaste. Blessings. Ah, we're in France, huh?
Hello. Where are you from?
I'm from the U.S. I have been to Paris before, however. I am definitely...
My English isn't good. Just my friend, Nordin, is speaking English. Just one second, please.
Sure.
So, take. Hello.
Blessings.
Yeah. Nordin from Morocco. Happy to have you online.
So I'm speaking on focus, the utilization of energy, understanding within oneself. So I guess Paris left the phone. So when we use what we do have, you're welcome to call in. I did put a donations page out there for anyone who wants to donate. I definitely do energy readings. I utilize meditation on a daily basis, utilize the ability to focus to help people out. So how we can utilize energy readings. Now, every human being has energy inside of themselves. Each energy field within the human being utilizes the energy to how we relate to everything. So what an energy reading does is let you understand the energy that you have inside of yourself in such a way that you can utilize that to help you with the foundation of focus. So when you start to put yourself in a positive place and you recognize which type of energy you have inside of yourself is dominant. So I'm not going to go back on with them because it was almost in a way like an interruption. So when we utilize the energy that we have inside, when we utilize the ability to overcome our challenges, when we utilize the ability to focus to that point, where we start to use the things that we do have, the challenges that we have, we start to overcome. And so one of those ways is by giving yourself the ability to focus to the point where you can manifest from the energy that you have inside. And so others see that as a place of motivation. They can understand that you are understanding the energy that you have within yourself. And so that is what an energy reading does. It helps you to understand how to strengthen yourself, how to face off against your challenges, how to overcome the challenges that you have inside. And so when you focus to that point where you're using the gifts that you have, the ones that the Most High in the universe gives to you, each individual has their own gifts. Each individual has their own challenges. The universe gives gifts to us like the ability to read, like the ability to speak stuff out, like the ability to put ourselves in a place where we are focusing our energy into positivity, focusing our energy into the ability that we have within the universe, the ability to use this universe as us as a tool, and as the universe utilizing the tool that you are. Very good. You're welcome to call in. Like I was saying, I am doing videos. I am doing readings as well. So you're welcome to call in. A lot of the matters of the heart have to deal with the green energy field. So if we start to read the energy inside, we can actually start to direct the energy to the parts that you can start to overcome those kinds of challenges. Okay? So if you call in, then I can definitely start helping you out with that. So when we focus, we can overcome emotion. When we focus, we can overcome fear. When we focus, we can get to a place where the universe has the ability to utilize what we have. So I'll go ahead and send you the invite, guest invite. So when we focus, we start to become a foundation within ourselves, which means those things no longer have the ability to affect you. Okay? So when they no longer have the ability to affect you, that means that you're able to use stuff literally talked about through like Star Wars, the ability to put the mind in such a place where you start to achieve things. You know, when you're sitting down and you're watching these motivational speakers and you're putting yourself in a place, recognize their level of focus moved things out of their way. It moved things out of their way so that they could achieve that level of focus. They could achieve that place within themselves. They could achieve that ability to overcome those kinds of challenges. So they no longer had an ability to stop them. They no longer had ability to hold them down. Blessings.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
So,
How's it going?
very good. So you have a lot of worry in your life, huh?
Yeah. I don't know. I just have never felt so sad.
It's okay. It's all right. Really, the energy that is being most challenged is the ability for you to stand your ground. So what you
I've
see in
never.
front of you everywhere you go is actually purple. Like your depth perception is off.
My
And
depth perception?
yeah, the ability to actually see depth.
How so?
Well, see, the energy that you have is starting to ask itself, how can I start to ground myself? You know, it's been a bit of time since this challenge started for you, huh?
It's been about a week since I broke up with my boyfriend,
Mm-hmm.
and we were engaged.
That's what I mean. You guys were together for a period of time, right? There's a bit of time since this challenge started.
Yeah.
So realize that I've been doing meditation for nearly a decade, just about 8 years. So I've been
Okay.
working with energy for a very long time before I started to share my ability, you know?
Okay.
So recognize that I can definitely read the energy within. I can see how you're trying to figure it out, and it's almost like a blur is in front of you.
It just feels like, I don't know, I don't want to do anything.
Yeah. So I have multiple videos. If you start to break down the drills of what I explain in my videos, they'll start working in your life. Are you with me?
Yeah.
So, um, I was married for 8 years.
Okay.
My wife left me, and the types of things that I utilized that I share in my videos is exactly for you. You getting what I'm saying? It was what
Yeah.
I used to overcome these challenges. It ultimately ended up with me going from a roommate situation to another roommate situation to sleeping in my car trying to bring her back to ultimately realizing that she had truly abandoned me.
Yeah.
So what I'm telling you is if you utilize the methods that I talk about, and my channel is motivation, meditation, inspiration yoga, my link is there. Give yourself that hour every day just to listen through those. Shut off the rest of the world in that way. Turn on motivational videos. You with me?
Yeah, it's just my mind is just running like a million miles an hour, and I
That's
just
a
can't.
great thing. Write it down. Write it all down. All of it. Your million miles an hour, a million pages. You have a computer, speak it into it. What kind of what are you on a phone?
Yeah.
Okay, is it an Android or an iPhone?
Android.
Okay, there's a notepad in there. Open the notepad, start speaking. When the minds come to you, exactly, not just an off, just everything. Take that everything and realize that good and bad are opinion. Okay, go outside of opinion. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To the truth of what it is. Write it down. As soon as you start to write it down, recognize that that is a map of freeing yourself from that, okay? Because when you write it down, you see it in front of yourself. Now look from an angle to recognize that Newton's third law works. For each action, there's an equal and opposite, right?
Yeah.
So as you see those things written down, see how you can start to turn them into positivity. Start searching for the path of positivity. So when the angle starts coming at you, oh, this is a bad angle. Okay, this one's going to come. Are you with me?
I mean, I get what you're saying, but sometimes I'll just be thinking about like stupid stuff that have
So
no
turn on
point or
motivational
purpose.
videos. The minute the thought comes, turn it off. You will overcome that through focus.
Okay.
You will overcome that from the ability to program the brain to achieve what you want to achieve. When you write stuff down, it creates a picture at a certain point, okay?
Okay.
So you can start to manifest these things for yourself. You can start putting them in front of yourself and they will start reflecting outwards so that you're no longer affected by that.
Okay.
So that's why it feels that way. Now, what's got to start happening? Get yourself out for a walk every day. Get your energy and your red energy field flowing. I don't know. You have a gym at home, a room, exercise, something. Get yourself your bit of grounding yourself inside of you. You with me?
Yeah.
Get your physical system going, possibly other people that are attractive to you, get that orange energy field going, get that thought process that you're utilizing and put it all right down in front of yourself. Become an artist of yourself. You understand?
Yeah.
So that way you can start to understand the heart. Because the matter of the heart that's happened is still crushing you.
It is.
So for it to stop crushing you, you got to start first understanding the heart, which is the lower part of the heart. Then as soon as you start to understand the lower part of the heart, you have to start to be able to voice yourself. So this is where it'll start to help you to reconnect with people. You with me?
I mean, I'm with you, but right now I don't want to be with anybody else.
I don't what I'm telling you is it isn't even about just being with anybody else. It's about letting yourself out.
Okay.
So then that as that happens, as I'm telling you the stages of how to work with yourself, This is why, I mean, literally, the last time I had a meditation reading sat down with somebody, I told them stuff that they didn't tell nobody. It's on my Facebook. Like, I mean, I did a meditation session with somebody, and we sat down. I went online. I did 7 readings in one night. I fell asleep. I was dropped out. You know what I'm saying? When I woke up, absolutely drained.
Okay.
So that's why I put that out there. If anyone wants to throw anyone that thing that way, but more so, it's for you. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I want to help people out. I want them to be able to be like, okay, this is what I can do to overcome that. And if you listen through all of my videos, they'll start to show you the little pieces and keys. Because what I do is I talk about focus for 30 minutes a day. It's for myself and for other people at the same time. You with me?
Yeah.
And then I talk about meditation, which is the inward, for 10 minutes a day. And then I talk about the connection between knowledge and focus to center oneself so that you can reflect of discipline, a reflection of inspiration, which starts to attract things and people your way.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is that that's the progression stage to go through to strengthen yourself. So as you heard what I was saying, start getting yourself in that active mind. Start writing that stuff down. Start to see the picture in front of yourself. Start to see the reason why it was the best thing that actually that happened. That was the best thing because now this is able to happen. Start finding those positivities. Start allowing it to go into the heart to start to understand the heart, which is the green energy field. Then you'll be able to start to voice yourself, start to allow yourself to voice yourself, start to clear up that mental clarity. You with me?
Yeah.
And then the nervous system will start to feel free.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's the process I'm telling you. Now the time, that's up to you. It's up to you to go through the process, but I'm telling you how to utilize your purple energy field, which is that blur that you feel is because it's intense. Are you with me?
How long did it take you to get over your wife? Like, when did the
So
the
check this
sadness
out.
stop?
I was married when I was 25. I'm 34. The last year of my marriage, my wife got in a car accident. Her brain completely flipped. Everything that made her happy made her sad. Then, uh, because we were both working, we lost our apartment, ultimately putting us into a hotel. We stayed in a extended stay hotel for 3 months. Then somebody said, "Hey, why don't you guys come and stay with us?" So we went and stayed with them. She finished culinary school. I drove her every single day to school, and I was working mad amount of hours. She then got an internship to Europe to go study in Madrid, Spain. Told me I had to come out there. The money came in from the accident, and so she had 8,000. She brought me out there. I came back. I started working. The second vehicle that we had broke down. I had to use a um, a rental car to be able to work with. Um, and then I ended up getting into a second roommate situation because the first roommate had kicked me out. I ended up being told that I'd be sleeping in a bedroom. I ended up sleeping in a living room, and then I ultimately ended up getting a check from the dealership that I worked for prior that I quit because they had stolen money from all the employees. Which at one point I had gotten a van to work with to do even better work,
Okay.
and finding out that the next month that I was going to be sleeping in that van for 2 months.
Wow.
So I ended up sleeping in that van, not knowing if I was going to go to Europe or if I was going to stay here. So I ended up continuing working with my 2 dogs in the car, delivering food every day, and sleeping in the 24-hour fitness parking lot and doing meditation for at least an hour every day, washing my clothes every day. I absolutely enjoyed it. Then I was going to go back to work for the dealership, and I came to drop my dogs off up here in Arizona, and my family explained to me that my wife had abandoned me.
Oh.
Okay? So I came out here and I started meditating inside a room. They all said, "We want you to stay here. We want you to be here with us." So I ended up coming out here. Um, and I've been pretty much helping people out. I mean, I'm pretty much that guy who really does. I mean, you go look at my stuff, you'll see what I'm talking about. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I broke barriers because heat had no barrier over me. So I went the first 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 5 hours inside a sauna, and a total of 7 that day, off and on
Oh
for
wow.
additional 3 hours. So the heat no longer had an effect because the massiveness within was beyond. So when I share what I'm talking about with focus, I really do mean it. You with me? Because it's what I
Yeah.
use.
Yeah. You've been through it.
So what I recognize is that fear moves out of the way of focus and emotions move out of the way of focus. The second part is the reason why you can overcome it, because the yellow energy, where the thought process is where all those stomach aches come from and stuff like that. Okay?
Yeah.
The thing that affects you the most is that you've built up so much energy from trying to see the future that when the future didn't come to be, it blurred your energy.
You're absolutely right about that. I
So
did see a picture.
when it blurred your energy, it made you know the whole entire being. So now you got to go back and study you.
Yeah.
That's a blessing, actually. Right now, it's not a blessing. You don't see it yet. But I'm telling you, it is a blessing. So when you start to liberate yourself of that, which is understanding that knowledge to overcome that within yourself, it becomes a blessing. So this is
Yeah.
a great time for you, actually. You just don't see it yet. When you start to truly write it down, when you truly start to shut off those things that are negative, you start to put yourself in a positive place, when you start to see the knowledge within yourself is sufficient to achieve what you want to achieve, then the knowledge and focus will create that reflection of discipline. When the discipline is solidified as a reflection, other people that you want to come your way will start coming on their own, and it's not going to be that person. Are you with me?
Yeah.
So I'm telling you the stages to free yourself and how to.
Yeah. Okay.
So, anyways, if you want to throw anything my way, it's down there. But I'm here to read energy and to help people out so that they can achieve that. And I feel like tonight's reading was for you. Like I get in that. I've been in that dark place. I literally have been through that, and I'm telling you that when you go with when people do things, we try to go outwards. When we go inwards, the reflection radiates outwards. Search for that.
Okay.
So go within yourself, allow the gifts that you have, that God gave to you, the ability to use the universe as you as that tool in this universe to work through you as a blessing. You'll start to see those types of blessings for you. The feeling that you have that you're discerned, that the places that you go with a depth perception. Depth is the whole being. So like when you take a step, the ability to see the future, all of that comes from this area right here, which is the purple energy field. I imagine if I took a picture of you, you would have black rings around your eyes.
Yeah, at this point, yeah.
So I'm telling you, you can achieve it. It's up to you to find the foundation of focus to achieve it, which means that you should smile inside that you can do this, that this challenge is in front of you. So write it down in front of you, all of your thoughts, and recognize that your thoughts can be overcome by liberating the true knowledge within the thoughts.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. It just feels crummy right now. Crummy, shitty.
Recognize that it's asking you. Check this out. The universe tests us to see if we really got it.
Say what?
Okay, so the universe works like this. I'm a tool, you're a tool in the universe. Anybody who sees you, any profession you do, any gifts you have, anything you utilize, those are the tools that the universe is using you with, right?
Yeah.
So this means that we got a universe.
Yeah.
So if the universe is like a nut, okay, you can go throughout time, you can go on the web, search up the word thread of the universe. You're going to definitely find it everywhere you go. So I'm going to break it down simplicity, okay? So let's put a nut on top of that thread, right?
Yeah.
Now this nut represents the knowledge inside in the universe. Your knowledge inside of you, okay?
Okay.
You are the tool. So let's take the socket wrench. Now, the universe that tests us is to see if this tool can unthread the knowledge. So the universe asks the question, do you got what it takes to achieve the ability to gain that knowledge within yourself? It's up to you to see that you have that kind of energy in this universe, how to utilize that kind of energy, like the ability to recognize that the energy inside comes from the depth perception. Okay? You with me? Hello? Well, that was a wonderful reading there. Um, hopefully, um, so when the universe asks the question, okay, it's like being a mechanic to this machine that you have, which is yourself. You know, this technology. You know, so when you start to see that technology working, um, and it starts to truly work with you, what ends up happening is the torque comes. However, when you have a foundation in focus, the ability for the torque to not have the effect over you and your ability to extract the knowledge within yourself from the thread of this universe becomes available. So this means that liberation comes from inside. So the reflection radiates that outwards. And so a person with a reflection of focus is often identified as a reflection of motivation. They're also identified as a reflection of strength. So when people start to say those things to you because you're focused, so the reflection of focus is strength.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, the reflection of
Oh,
focus is
sorry.
strength.
I
It's
don't know
okay.
what that was.
The reflection of focus is strength. It's motivation. Okay? So when other people start to call you that from being so focused, that's when the reflection radiates outwards. It's up to you to let other people call you that. You with me?
No, I don't know what happened. My phone is like dying and it completely turned off everything.
Okay.
So I don't remember where we left off.
So we are like a tool in the universe.
Okay.
So the torque in the universe is like having a socket wrench. And you're trying to take this knowledge off of the thread of the universe, right?
Yes.
The knowledge is inside of you. The extraction is this tool being used with a foundation of focus.
Okay.
So when you allow yourself to use the tools that you have, like reading, like writing, like speaking it out, like putting yourself in a place where you use the gifts that you have inside of yourself, right?
Uh-huh.
The universe identifies you that way. And so when the torque comes your way, you have the proper tool to achieve the knowledge that's really there beyond your own opinion. So that place is you versus you. See what I'm saying? My opinion, everybody's opinion. It's to achieve that within ourselves. Are you there? Hello? I think we might have lost her there. So recognizing that we can bypass that within ourselves, that we can really achieve that kind of clarity, that kind of mental ability, that kind of blessings within ourselves, that kind of understanding within ourselves, that kind of reflection within ourselves. So when we start to achieve that, um, then the challenges in the universe become easy to overcome. Now, that doesn't mean that they're going to be easy. It means that the challenges that we face off against are there for us to overcome. Right? I know you're in and out, it's breaking up, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to send you some hearts, but it's just like keeps like fucking up and like turning off and stuff. I don't know what the deal is with this.
Oh. So when we recognize that we are absolutely that tool. So if you have a vehicle and it needs to go to a mechanic, right?
Yeah.
And the mechanic doesn't have the right tools to fix the vehicle, can he fix the vehicle?
No.
So if you utilize the tools that you have to use this piece of equipment or technology that you have properly, that has hardware and software, right?
Yeah.
Then you become that right tool.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about easy. And in fact, in a lot of cases, it's about doing the hard thing.
Yeah.
That is actually the right positive source in the universe. See, the universe doesn't see by good or bad. The universe sees by positive and negative in the universe. So if yet we can go beyond the opinion and find the place that the universe, angle the universe comes from, then we can start to see how the universe can start working in our own favor.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I'm telling you to write stuff down, write your whole mind down, is so that you can start utilizing the universe in your direction.
Okay.
So when you start to see these kind of tools, the more focused you become, the less of it's going to be a challenge to turn them positive. Was that a superstar? Oh, blessings there. My first superstar, actually. Um, so, I thank you for that. Um, so, that's the purpose in the universe, is utilizing it. You know, when we utilize the universe in such a way that the challenges that we face off against is less than our level of focus, it becomes sufficient to overcome the challenges that we have. And as soon as I realize that knowledge and focus are there, you're a blessing. Follow my network, Motivation, Meditation, Inspiration.yoga. All one word. It's in the description there. I left my phone number for WhatsApp in there. I left my website in there. And I left, anywhere for donations in there, okay? But it is available to you, okay? I want you to know that in that dark place is a place to grow. It is an absolute place to grow. And the greatest thing is, the greatest things come from the darkness to the light. And everything that comes from darkness to light gives us the ability to learn the lessons from them so that we can overcome them. And so it's about overcoming the challenges that create the best reflection. And so when you lighten other people's worlds, like from what I've been through, to be able to share that with you, that makes the whole night to actually uplift you. It makes the whole night for you to see that it is worth it, that, if I could do it, you can do it too, okay? You can do it. You can make it through it. And, it's there for you to help you to understand the knowledge in the lesson. It's there for you to gain that kind of true knowledge within yourself beyond the opinion. Sometimes our emotions stop us from the ability to understand it. So when you allow yourself to elevate yourself past the emotion, the ability to achieve it becomes available to you. Blessings for the star, superstar there. Um, so when knowledge as a foundation of focus, blessings there. I hope that you follow. I hope I'm out there for you. Okay, I want you to know that. I really am. I'm out there for you to see that you got what it takes. Okay. My videos are out there. They're long for a reason. So if you're doing something and you put yourself out there and you listen to the things that I'm saying, watch what happens in time. That's what I'm saying. So when focus and knowledge are connected, when it truly becomes a place of discipline, when it becomes a place within oneself where what we have inside gives the ability for the universe to start working through us, the energy that we have inside starts to achieve a place where uplifting other people becomes possible, where uplifting other people is within us, where uplifting other people is available to you, where you can do it, where you can achieve it, where you can become that light in the universe. And so when you start to do that for other people, when you start to uplift other people, when you start to put yourself in a place where the challenges that you face off against, the lessons that you make it through, the things that you go through on a daily basis, not only helps you to learn the lesson within yourself, but you really have the ability to use the knowledge and focus that you have utilized from the challenges that you have been through to uplift other people. Then the blessings come. So that was my first star. So when we start to see these things coming through, when the Most High in the universe has the ability to use you, has the ability to use what you have inside of yourself, has the ability to see the blessings that you have, and other people can see that the challenges that they're going through and the challenges that you have gone through and the knowledge within themselves is sufficient. When they start to see that they are their own best friend, that they have the ability to experience that, they have the ability to utilize mastery of oneself, the study of oneself, the study within oneself, the ability to face off against challenges and to truly overcome our own challenges is a blessing. So when we see this and we give that to other people, we give them the ability to see an inspiration in this universe. We give them the ability to understand the blessings that you have. The blessings that you have inside of yourself, you can share with other people. You can uplift other people. You can use your own discipline, your own centering, your own being to uplift other people. You can put yourself in a place where what you have inside is the perfect tools for you, is the perfect tools in the universe with you, is the perfect tools inside of you.
You're doing this at this time or something?
And so when we focus to that level, when we focus to that ability, when we give ourselves the ability to achieve that within ourselves, that the light starts to radiate outwards. I mean, the light starts to radiate outwards from within you, that starts to uplift other people in the world, That is such a blessing. That's why I do this. I do this for you. I do this for the ability for you to see it. I do this for the ability for you to achieve it. I do this for the ability for you to see what you got inside of yourself, that you can overcome the things that go on around you, the things that go on within you, so that you can find light in the things that you do in your day. And so when we are to that level inside of ourselves where knowledge and focus starts to work through you, when you start to get to that place of energy where discipline becomes a reflection, and that reflection starts to radiate outwards in such a way that the light is radiating outwards from within, when the light starts to radiate outwards and other people start to see the uplifting in the universe happening from within you, then the universe has the ability to use the gifts that you have. It has the ability to use the things that you have. It has the ability to use the light that you have inside of yourself, inside of your day, inside of your ability, inside of your challenges, so that you can overcome your challenges, so that you can find the place inside of yourself, so you can find the ability to overcome the things that would work against you. When you start to see these things working for you and with you and through you, that is when the blessings come your way. That is when the blessings use you. That's when the blessings use the things that you have, that uses the person that you are. And when the universe asks that type of question, what is it that you got? And you answer back, I got this. I got this ability to be myself. I got this ability to face off against these kinds of challenges. I got this ability to utilize this reflection of knowledge and focus and the energy within oneself to overcome my challenges, to overcome the things that are going on around me. So when you start to see this, when you start to see these types of things happening, when you start to see these kind of abilities and you start to use the tools that you truly have inside of yourself, others will see that. And it's to make their days lighter that it becomes worth it. It's to make their days shine a little bit brighter that it becomes worth it. It's to be known as a reflection of inspiration, a reflection of motivation, a reflection of meditation, to the point where other people ask for the gifts that you have inside. They ask for the abilities that you have. They ask for the things that you do on a daily. And when you utilize those things, and the Most High in this universe can utilize you, you become a blessing to help out other people. Like tonight. What a blessing that was. What a blessing it is for us all to be with an ability to utilize these networks to uplift one another, to give ourselves the ability to get to a place of positivity, to get to a place where the challenges that we face off against are not too great for ourselves, where our foundation within ourselves is utilized, where the foundation of you is you, where you are on your journey. You are going through the darkness to the light within yourself. You are achieving that kind of light, and you are truly uplifting other people. And so, are you starting to see those kind of blessings inside of yourself? Are you starting to see that kind of ability? Are you giving yourself that kind of ability to overcome those kinds of challenges? So I'm looking out there to connect with you. If you're looking for a reading, leave a comment below. Leave some kind of blessing there. Connect with me. Let's get this connection going. Let's get in this way so that we can start putting that energy in such a positive way that it starts to utilize the strengths that you have, the abilities that you have inside of yourself, the ability to overcome your challenges, and to understand the energy that you have inside of yourself so that you can connect your knowledge and your focus to a level to where you utilize what you have, the blessings that you have, the ability to use the things that you have to overcome the challenges that you face off against that ultimately are you versus you. They're within you, they're around you, they're the ability to overcome these kinds of challenges are absolutely blessings. They are absolutely an ability within yourself to do so. There's the ability to use your focus and the knowledge that you have to overcome the challenges that the universe asks you, to overcome the things that the universe would ask you if you got what it takes. If you got inside of yourself what it takes to be there, if you got inside of yourself what it takes to achieve that, if you got inside of yourself the ability to face off against the challenges that you have on a daily basis. Recognize that you are a blessing in this universe, that you have the ability to use the gifts that you have, the knowledge and focus to hit a point of discipline within oneself, where you can use the gifts that you have to overcome the challenges that you face off against. I want to leave you all with blessings, blessings, blessings. As always, namaste.
Namaste.